Hey Libra, happy birthday. Thank you so much for joining me. October. I'm recording this on the full moon in Pisces, so happy full moon. It's also Sukkot, it's a Jewish holiday, so happy Sukkot to all my Jewish and Israeli friends. I'm working with the Mythic Tarot. Whew, okay, Libra. Message for Libra, please. What is going on with Libra? What do my Libra seekers need to know? Show me Libra, please. The High Priestess. Okay, that's very, very powerful. It's a very powerful card to start with. You know, there's a myth that says in tarot, it says that once the High Priestess comes out in a reading, the reading needs to stop. We can look no further. Well, I'm not going to do that. You know, the way I take it is, if a reading feels like it's done and a lot has been said, and I'm not certain that more needs to be said, and then the High Priestess comes out, kind of confirmation. But if we begin the reading, I'm gonna take it to a different place for you guys. You are the archetype of justice. Okay, we know that. You know that. You are the archetype of justice, of balance, of achieving balance, right? The path there can be quite wonky and imbalanced, and you know that more than most. But given the energies that exist right now in the world and in the collective, in our society, where justice is so unclear, because the differences, polarities, are growing farther and farther from one another, and each side, no side think that they're wrong. No side views themselves as the bad person, right? All sides view themselves as the righteous ones, that fight for the right cause. And the intensity and the faith and the indignation in which every individual culture side of anything right now really is approaching their viewpoint, is very strong and is based on their worldview and their experiences, genuine emotional experience, physical experience, etc. Well, not all. So there's a lot of Well, okay. Let me rephrase. All, yes, because it all comes down to our triggers, right? People respond to something and make decisions and take a stand based on what they have experienced. Now, it's not necessarily what they are experiencing right now, circumstantially, to whatever it is that is happening. It's more so what they have experienced in a past event that happened to them that is now being triggered by a present event, and they impose what they feel about that, or the truth about that event and those circumstances from the past on present day circumstances, or whatever it is that they're dealing with. So in their emotional, subjective, past event experiences, they are correct. Trouble is, they are not aware that they're taking something that they are correct of, but they are projecting it onto something that doesn't apply to it, or that doesn't apply to this. Now, all of this, why am I telling you all of this? Because you feel it strongly, whether you understand why you're feeling this or not. You pick up on the different viewpoints, on the different truths and justice points of view or injustice points of view, and you feel the pull from the different polarities on all walks of life, be it in the spiritual community, be it in politics, be it in whatever. You feel the world tearing apart, and your sole purpose is unification within yourself and then within society, right? You're also the archetype of the diplomat. Doesn't mean that you have to be a diplomat, but you're the archetype of the diplomat. The person that sees both sides and bridges the gap. So now that the bridge is so big and the gaps are so vast, you're like, how do I connect all that? And even if you didn't understand so far why you were feeling so torn and uncomfortable and uncertain of what is right, what is wrong, who do I believe to, who do I listen to, that's why. Because you are wired to bridge between gaps, and the gaps are so big. So what is happening is that you're going within to find the truth within. And it has to be from a quiet, serene place. The High Priestess does not make decisions or responds from triggers or from past events. She sees things clearly as they are in the moment, and she does not project a thing. Because the High Priestess has went through the realm of the living and the realm of the dead. It's the archetype of Persephone from the Greek mythology, the daughter of Demeter, the goddess of life. This one, I've told the story before, but bottom line, she ends up ruling both the kingdom of the living with her mother and the kingdom of the dead with Hades / Pluto, the underworld. So she has the knowledge of polarities, black and the white, and everything in the middle. So the waterfall. Truth is always somewhere in the middle, and it's a combination of things, and it's never black and white. It's in between. Sometimes it is, but in order for you to actually perceive that this is the truth or that is the truth, you got to be very perceptive. To be perceptive, you got to be clear. So right now, and this is not what I told my seekers yesterday, I posted a video, why did God separate the 13th element? With somewhat of a call to action to light workers. But you specifically, you will do that. You will. Right now, or maybe you are in this position now, or you've recently been in this position of going within and taking your distance and your time from people. Now we'll see further if you're about to come back to the world in your mindset soon, or if this is to continue. But either way, this is the now. If your job is to bridge the gaps between polarities, you have to first bridge the gap within yourself. You need to find unification and balance. And if you're not finding it and you're putting yourself out there in the world and get pulled even stronger and further from your own polarities by the exterior world, it will only delay your ability to help the world or your environment, right? It doesn't have to be on a big scale. It can be your people, your family, your friend, your partner, your students, your teachers, whatever. The High Priestess tells you that you have the knowledge, you have the ability, the skill, the gift to know, to truly know. Let it present itself to you. Be an observant. Observe the polar aspects of whatever it is that you're dealing with now or will deal with soon or have dealt with. And you'll know. Show me more for Libra, please, for October. The devil. You can't really point out other people's triggers, negativity, issues, and bridge between them and others if you can't point to those things within yourself. You are carrying secrets within, Libra, that you don't really want to admit to yourself, because some of those secrets include being deeply affected by a pied piper that is leading you in the wrong direction, that is based on fear and urges. It's either someone in your life, or an aspect of yourself, or a leader of some sort that is misguiding you. See how he plays tune and they're dancing to it? This is the archetype that is coming through, is the control. You know, we spoke about Hades/Pluto here, and Pluto is now in Capricorn, kind of diminishing patriarchal, toxic patriarchal rulership. Those of you who follow the tune of toxic patriarchy are currently misguided. And if you are misguided, then inevitably, by default, not by ill intent, but by default, you will misguide others. I spoke of it in another video, I don't remember, but if we lie to ourselves, then we inevitably lie to someone else, but we don't know we're lying to them. So if they are very in tuned and possibly psychic or empathic or aware, conscientious, they will pick up on the fact that we're lying to them, right? But they won't be able to point it out. So it will just be like, oh, you don't understand. When a lot is being built on a wrong conception, it's a Pisa tower, it's crooked, and it's so easy to collapse, the archetype of the tower. So there's something right now, to make a long story short, I'm sorry, there's something in your life that is pulling you in a false direction under the guise of truth. For example, if someone tells you that they're the only one who knows, that they're the only one who can teach you, that their truth is the ultimate truth, and that if you don't follow them, you are XYZ, I don't know. Basically the regular methods: coercion, extortion, manipulation, fear tactics. If they're wearing a suit while they're saying those things, that doesn't make it any less bad. This could be a partner. This could be a friend. This could be a boss. This could be a family member. But because you are so critical, your energy is so critical right now to the bridging in the next few years, the bridging between the polarities, then for you, I feel like it also applies on a broader, more collective scale. So take it as it resonates, right? Some of you, there's a secret. Someone is holding a secret from you, or you're holding a secret from them. Someone might be keeping you out of the loop or not telling you something as ways of controlling you, as ways of keeping you in check. Oh, we can't let Libra know this because we have to have Libra in check. Because if Libra will find out, then it will give them power, or they'll make decisions that are not comfortable for us. So they should never find out. Let's make sure Libra doesn't find out. It's for their own good. That's the most patronizing, misogynist thing in the world, especially if it's from a man to a woman. It's for her own good. She can't deal with that truth, or she'll do something reckless. Something like that. Very toxic, very abusive. Cautious of that. Let's show me more, please, Libra, about this. King of Wands. Some of you are having a passionate secret affair with someone. Now, it doesn't have to mean that they are in a commitment or that they're married. It could mean that there's something about it that is hidden. Maybe you're only meeting, at night, and they never take you out, or you never take them out, and it's not really, you don't really meet their friends or meet their family, you don't really go out, or something like that. It could be like, hey, it could be an office affair, right? Many things. But there's something sexual about this, and there's something hidden about this. And there's someone who really, really likes to control you, Libra. And look, these are general readings. If you're watching for a Libra, this could be the Libra. It could be you. You figure it out, right? But I feel like Libra, there's someone around you who knows how sensitive you are to energies, and they're kind of playing on that. Oh, you need me to protect you. Libra needs me to protect Libra, you know. Without me, Libra can't. The world. You're realizing it fairly soon, quickly. And you're snapping out of it, and you're distancing yourself away from it. This might be a closing of a cycle with a soulmate that has been toxic. Some of you that are into politics or social work of some sort, you might be traveling to get to know another culture, to know more about it, so you're not making mistakes. You want to make sure that you know what it's about. Maybe you are a diplomat and you're traveling somewhere to make sure that you understand what it's like in the field, and not just in theory or from the news or in the books. You want to expand your knowledge. Ace of Wands. I'm also seeing some sort of an agreement between you, and this King of Wands can suddenly plays out a different role right now in this reading. It's someone that is that you might be exploring something with, or learning about something with, or traveling with. They're introducing a new viewpoint on the world, a new approach. I feel like some of you feel like you're not sure what the truth is, so you're taking yourself you're taking yourself aback a little bit to observe, and then you find someone that can really teach you or show you other avenues or other aspects of the situation, and they're opening a new world for you. Five of Swords. Something that you will learn or you will teach someone else will something that you will learn will cause a mental dissonance and discomfort in your head, because it will contradict something that you thought you knew, like a certain notion or a viewpoint, a belief system. It's going to create dissonance and conflict within you, because it's going to contradict what you know. And you'll have to make a decision whether you are staying in the narrative that is comfortable for you, or you expand, which is uncomfortable. For some of you, it might include admitting that you are wrong about something or were wrong about something. Strength. It requires a great strength of character and of spirit and power, and inner power, like being a power of the heart, like being able to say, I'm seeing things differently, I feel like the heart kind of, as you take yourself from the control that you were under, from the influence that you were under that was kind of deceiving, your heart opens up to new discoveries. And it also opens up to express itself truly. and to signal its truth to your brain. And it's revolutionary for you. Some of you are discovering a very fascinating new world. Hey, this could be going from, maybe you're new to the spiritual community or to spiritual world, and you're watching this video and you're watching other videos and you're learning about the occult and different theosophies and philosophies, and you're like, so many infinite worlds out there that I wasn't aware of. And it's very expansive. Some of you are going to be like, I feel like I've been in a cave. This could be someone you're dealing with that is going to feel it, that it feels like that. This could be you, this way shower. Open someone else's mind. But something will require a lot of strength. Hercules is coming up here. With also the need to overcome your own urges to rule and picking up. I read a very powerful quote, another one, that says, what was it? It was something like, almost always the need to heal the world shows a covert need to rule the world, or something like that. It's like maybe a mindset that you had, that you presented to yourself as a mindset of helping others. You find out that it's not an accurate mindset, it's not helping others, and it may have been the guise of actually wanting to, or not wanting to, but naturally projecting your experiences onto situations or onto something. I'm sorry, it's silence, sorry about that. And it requires great power and great strength of character, again, to first admitting that to yourself, right? This is the challenge of admitting that. And second, opening up to it and overcoming it. It's very powerful. And again, parallel to this, I'm seeing a very sexual connection, possibly with a fire sign, but it doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could just be someone that there's a lot of heat between the two of you, that seem to have been guiding you in the wrong direction and teaching you false things. So if this is, maybe some of you were affected by a lover, by a partner, by someone you thought really highly of, so you just kind of trusted them blindly. Now, this could all be the other way around. You could be at a place that holds a lot of strength of character regardless, and is trying to be a way shower and kind of break people out of the spell of being, walking like zombies after false preachings. Seven of Pentacles. So during this coming month, there's a lot of stabilization happening. You're really finding your place within this, and the understandings start to really trickle into your system, and you start to really see things clearly and start living by them, and you make some sort of gesture. I don't know if it's to yourself or to life, being like, okay, now I want to live by this more expansive truth. I want to first live by it so I'll be able to inspire others and show others. So you start modest and you start grounded. And you're like, okay, I'm going to start with this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this decision, or I'm going to have this approach, or I'm going to create this little thing and make it really good. And and then I'm going to present it. And it will pay off in the long run, not immediately. And some of you are making yet another attempt to prove yourself to someone. The Chariot. There's an inner battle here. Like it's still a back and forth of being pulled here and there. Every time you're uncertain or you feel you're being pulled, take a moment to sit back and observe. Not in ways of, stalling important decisions. You can't, this is not a time to deflect from important decisions. It is a time to be quiet when you're not certain, but then don't use this guidance in order to stall and vacillate, because sometime towards the last third of the month, you're guided to act swiftly. Either go somewhere or do something, or some of you will be presented and will have a situation where you are going to have to prove yourself somehow, show what you know, show what you've got, and I think you're going to show what you've got, and that's good. Like, it's a good thing because you have a lot to show for. But again, the wall is pulling you in a different direction, and it's your job to find the center, find the middle ground. Eight of Cups. I was thinking about Persephone, and Hades kidnapped Persephone to the underworld on a chariot. So it came to my mind, and then soon enough we have the Eight of Cups, which is the archetype of Psyche going into the underworld. So there's something with, again, taking your distance and your time to search and research and discover, and put some things behind you that you were absolutely certain about. There's a sense of surrendering to things that you feel are bigger than you. And you want to seek the High Priestess from the beginning to know the truth. And I think this full moon in Pisces just really triggered this. And you have a new moon in your own sign, Libra, in the beginning of the month. What is it, like the 4th-ish of October? And I feel like by then you will find yourself possibly in a new mindset completely. Not by then, maybe that will start then, because this is the end of the reading. But it's something that was triggered by the energies right now, the full moon in Pisces. I hope I'm not confusing you, but also I'm seeing someone walking away and someone is trying to fight for them and kind of chase after them and be like, don't go, or don't go there, or don't leave. And it's like, once the curtain is down, it's possible that the chariot won't find its way. Where did they go? I lost them. I can't see them. Like, someone might be like, maybe all of this will lead you to going somewhere or leaving somewhere or distancing yourself from someone or from someone's, and then they realize that you're gone because they were so used to maybe you approaching them and coming to them and appeasing them and contacting them and trying again and again and again. It could be romance. It doesn't have to be romance, right? But they've gotten so used to it, and suddenly there's a sense of you just walking away from all of that. And it really, really triggers them as to, like, where did Libra go? Now, I'm not telling you to do that for the sake of someone chasing you. Please don't play the runner-chaser type of game. It's ridiculous. It's getting you nowhere. It's not twin flame. It's just toxic. Also, it doesn't really happen unless it's sincere, so you can't really play something like that. You can't really pretend something like that. Only when you genuinely walk away, it triggers people. But then you have to ask yourself, why did you have to lose me in order to want me? And so do you actually want me, or do you just want to prove to yourself that you can still have me? And then it has nothing to do with me, it has to do with me being a trophy. And I'm not your trophy. I'm a person, right? 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, absolutely gorgeous. You are finding so much independence and stability within yourself. Libra, I see you by the end of this month feeling really, really wholesome about yourself and very proud of yourself, and like looking back and being like, I didn't know myself, or I didn't know what I believed in, or I didn't know what's going on. We have 7, 8, 9 of Pentacles. This is such a vast, powerful, expansive grounding. It's amazing. You become very conscientious of yourself, what you have to offer. You work on it, you invest in it, you focus on it, and then you receive reward very, very fast. Normally this process expressed here can take years, but we have it all in 1 month. So this could be something that you have worked on or have invested in, be it finances, career, relationship, or your sense of self, right? Your development, your growth. It could be all of it. Just coming to terms and manifesting in how you look and how you walk and how you talk and how much coin you have in the bank. This is you just allowing yourself to show yourself for what you truly are. You know, if you've been modest and have done a lot behind the scenes and had people think that you're probably not doing anything or patronize you, you finalizing the walking away from whatever it is brings you straight into your success. It could be a dream job, it could be a really great financial windfall. Again, something that you worked for. It's going to be well-earned status, well-earned income, etc. 3, 8, 2, 7. There has been a loop in your life of constant abandonment, but also working really, really hard for very little results. And you had to be so strong and keep the faith, because it could have been something that you really believed in, or your soul couldn't do it any other way. It's like you felt guided strongly by spirit. This is the cycle showing itself to be well worth it. The results are coming. Look at this line. We have the World, Ace of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, this is channeled. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm picking up a secret society. Some of you are being accepted to a secret society. Cool. Look, the reason I'm not in a secret society is because currently a lot of them are still based in misogyny. And a lot of them pretty much stole, if you really go back, you know, I'm not blaming anyone who's doing something right now necessarily, but if you really go back, they're mostly based on stealing the wisdom of the divine feminine and of the goddess and of the matriarch, and using her knowledge in ways of gaining masculine dominance and control in the world. And we take this wisdom, gain power, and not do good by it. And then also, I'm not going to accept you as a woman to my secret society that is based on your knowledge, your wisdom, your power, your energy. I'll just take the knowledge and not let you in, because if I let you in, well, you will rule it, because, well, this is yours. So keep out. You're just a woman, and I'm just using all your knowledge to gain all this power. but you're just anyway. That's really what it's based on. Maybe some of them are different today, but going back, that's how they were founded, and many of them do so still. You know, bitch, you don't need to accept me. You're not in a position to accept me or to test me. You're using my wisdom, basically, right? Anyway, sorry, I'm not saying that that's your case, but I picked up on that. Patrons, I'm still doing extra readings, another reading for you by the zodiac sign on Patreon, but I'm not going to do the extendeds this month. It's not going to be available on Vimeo. So if you want another more in-depth reading for you, actually, I'm sorry. That what I just said applies to all the other signs, but I just realized it's your birthday, so I'm going to this is going to be a long reading. I'm going to do another reading for you as the extra content, for example, that you can experience on Patreon. Okay, and I'm going to give it to you as a birthday gift. The other signs, no, but I like to do that as birthday gifts for the signs each month. But otherwise, they won't be available on Vimeo this month. I might not do them again on Vimeo. I might go back to it. I'm not sure. Either way, my patrons, you're still receiving your content, so no worries. Okay, I think it's a good time then to go into your extended. Not extended, but extra content that otherwise for the other signs will be available on Patreon. You know what? Sorry about that. Let's do this. Here we go. So we start with 2 7s, 2 8s. These are the major arcanas. Ace of Wands, King of Wands. 5, 7, 9. Okay. Whew, someone has the hots for you. Libra, someone is really, really into you. Or you're very much into them, like they bring out a lot of fire from you, and it's very strong sexual desires, and when you have sex, or will have sex, it feels like one. It feels like unification of two souls, like soulmates, like two becoming one. This is someone that makes you want to fight for them, or this is someone that you make them want to fight for you. Like really, they feel like they can't control themselves. Like they're guided by your energy, by your tune. This is another aspect of the reading right now that I'm tapping into. A lot of physicality, a lot of maybe you do something physical together or something like that, and that adds to it. There's someone very meaningful in your life this month, Libra, coming through, and they kind of help you balance, because you know, across from Libra, there's Aries, right? The together versus the self. So there's something about you learning how to unify your polarities, and it could be guided by this person, just by them being so unified within themselves, knowing what they want, etc. That could be either directly inspiring you or vicariously inspiring you. This could be a relationship that starts as a secret, and someone might be giving an ultimatum and be like, okay, if we can't be together in public, then I don't want this to continue. I'm done. Something like this. Okay, let's go to the actual reading. Someone is going to really break down your walls. And really bring things out of you that you didn't expect, you didn't even know exist. It's going to throw you off on like a new journey of self-discovery, because you're like, who am I? I didn't know I can feel like that. I didn't know I can want that. I didn't know I can think that. I'm going to do a Celtic cross this time. So it doesn't have to necessarily be connected to this reading. This could be an extra separate reading, either also for you and or for other Libras. So patrons, you know, when you see the other signs, don't expect it immediately on Patreon. I will do it as a separate batch, probably. But again, my patrons, you will receive your content either way. The 12 extra readings by the signs over there, okay? Honestly, I just want to bring people together, my people together. I want more people to join Patreon, and I want to build this community better and stronger and have more people there. I also have so much freedom of expression over there. There's no great sea over the great sea, if you know what I mean, and other topics. So I really feel, especially at these times, seeing what I'm seeing right now, to make sure that I have a platform where I can speak with you as well. So I feel like if I guide you more toward Patreon, it will help bring you more over there. Okay? Alright, Libras. And if you're new, please feel free to subscribe, join the X Shift. If you want to receive notifications when videos come out, especially if you're interested in lives, make sure to press the bell buttons and turn on the notification option, because if you press the bell button but you don't turn on the notification option, then it won't notify you. Only if you want to. And thank you to my channel members for your reciprocation for my work here. I really appreciate that. It adds up and it's very kind of you. Okay. And for those of you who got Tarot Masterclass when it was half price, congratulations. It's no longer half price. It won't return to that. So congratulations for hopping on the train. It's still available for you on Vimeo for everyone. But let me know if you have it and how you enjoy the classes. I'm shuffling, guys. I'm talking because the cards are feeling like they need to still be shuffled. Celtic Cross for Libra for the month of October, please. Libra Seekers, yes, Sun, Moon, Rising. Celtic Cross for Libras, please. Oh, I'm not looking at cards that drop because I want to do a Celtic Cross. Celtic Cross for Libra. If you want to check out my Instagram, it's the Existential Shift. What else can I tell you while I'm waiting for the cards to finish shuffling? All the information is below in the description box. If you want a private reading, it's available for patrons. So if you join Patreon, you'll be able to receive the link for booking. If you're a patron and you don't know where the link is, write me or comment on one of the videos and I will answer you with the link. You can have a phone session, a video session. Wow, a lot is happening for the extra reading for you guys, huh? So I'm shuffling. Libra, Celtic Cross for Libra for this coming month, please. Ooh, I forgot to say happy solstice. It's fall in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern hemisphere. Sorry guys, I don't know what's taking so long, but I respect spirit and the energy, and we want to get the message that we need to receive, right? So thank you for bearing with me and with spirit. And thank you, Tarot. Celtic cross for Libra. Show me what else Libra needs to see. Happy birthday, this is your bonus for the month of October. Okay, yay, we're ready. Libra, October. Okay. Take a sip. And let's get to it. I'm going to do it like this so we can both see it. So for those of you who are familiar with the Celtic cross, I do it with this being the past and this being the future, because I think in Hebrew, right to left also applies to runes many times, but not necessarily. Okay, are you ready? Okay, I'm excited. This has been a long shuffling. Wow, okay, wow. All right. So, first card out, Three of Swords, crossed by the Three of Pentacles. It's very meaningful. Recent past, Three of Cups. 333. You saw how much I shuffled. Wow. Let me turn around so I'll have better perspective. The Star in your subconscious, that's great. Present, Six of Swords. Near future, Empress, which is another 3. This is amazing. This is incredible. 3. This is really, really exceptional. Sorry, I just want to make it closer. This is exceptional. Okay. Furthermore, we have Two of Wands. Environment, Seven of Swords. Hopes and Fears, Page of Cups. And Seven of Pentacles. This is the only card that we also had in the general reading. Okay. All right, let me look at this, my friend. So, to go into greater depth, into more detail of an aspect of your general reading that you just had, what you might feel is a certain sense of betrayal, possibly from family, having something kept from you. Could be knowledge, could be financial. It's hurtful mainly because you had a lot of trust in this person or these people. Right now, I see you feeling this, but you're taking the time to see how things unfold and what happens. Or you are heading toward whatever the situation is in order to discover more. There is aspect of abundance and finances coming through. So, especially with all the threes, it seems like it will come through for you, whatever it is that is either hidden from you or denied from you, be it, again, information or finances or whatever it is. Trouble is, it will open a Pandora box of secrets or things that you either weren't aware of or ignored the red flags. You will learn some inconvenient truths because of this. This could be something that you were told or that you were taught or that was given to you, or I keep getting you were taught, okay? Maybe a mindset or and there's a sense of grave disappointment because I think possibly expansion or traveling have opened your mind to another narrative or another aspect of whatever this is. Okay, the best example I can give is if you grew up in a very strict religious family that you were told that if you'll do this and that you'll get struck by a lightning and go to hell. And then when you grew up and went to college or moved or got to know different people from different cultures, you realized that it was really not based in anything other than just religious views that are not those specific ones. Okay, I'm not saying all religious views, but the specific ones that you grew up with were false or were misguiding and misguided and misguiding. And then there's being torn when it comes to respecting either your family or your heritage or your place of origin versus acknowledging some truths that you're learning. And you feel Seven of Swords. You feel like you've been deceived and manipulated and weren't shown the full picture. Now, it doesn't have to be that religious example. It could literally be anything. It could be familiar. It could be family oriented, but it could be culture oriented, but it could be partnership. Really, it could be you realizing that you've gaslighted yourself. However, there is a sense of betrayal and feeling misguided, and the sense of being torn between where you come from and the world that is opening up to you. Your subconscious is really opening up right now and healing. There's a lot coming out, a lot of things that you realize that you've celebrated but were actually possibly false. Now, it's a very spiritual process and an exceptionally healing process. It's very powerful. It's very positive in its core. It's very spiritual. But it does hold some sense of pain and betrayal and disappointment. Because the thing that you've established a lot based on, this establishment maybe is based in falsity of some sort. But it seems like Spirit is really with you and wants you to know or wants you to expand or there's a lot of serendipitous occurrences that show you other aspects of life that is really expansive. And as soon as you come through the other side from the sense of disappointment and feeling deceived or like you were wrong or you were wronged, it will start being fun, because then you'll start learning about whatever this is in a way more emotionally free way. And it will open you up to so many things, and it will open you up to a lot of abundance and opportunities and more serenity. You generally want to know yourself. You generally want to know the truth. You're very genuine about your pursuit of truth and knowledge and information. And you want to open your mind and you want to open your psyche. This is the Pandora box, where in order for hope to come out, first all the demons had to come out. And you're definitely opening this box right now. And this seems to be a box that was closed because someone didn't want you to know. And sometimes people deceive themselves, thus deceiving us. You know what I mean? Like we said in the general reading, often people don't know that they're lying. That's what makes being extrasensory and an empath very difficult, because it's not like you can tell that they don't know that they're lying to you, that they are genuine with it, you know. So you feel like you were lied to, either by actual deceit or by someone who was self-deceiving. Either way, you feel like you've been deceived. And this information is, oh, you don't know who to blame, if there is someone to blame. And some of you are right now choosing to just take some time off or take yourself out of the situation to be able to look at it objectively. And you want to create abundance based in truth and based in you being grounded and connected. And this is the process that you're on for this coming month, Libra. You do find a piece of yourself that is very, very true. And you're beginning to show yourself and learn from there. The message is to listen, to open up, to consider other truths and other elements of the truth, and context. I'm picking up on context. I'm picking up, okay, you know what's coming through really strong? You didn't have context. You didn't have different angles to the truth. Listen, the archetype of Psyche here is coming up very, very strongly. This is the mythic tarot, so Greek mythology is very dominant here. And when I teach tarot on my tarot masterclass, a lot of the teachings are based strongly in the Greek mythology archetypes. And it's very connected to Jungian archetypes, so it brings up a lot of the psychological aspect, and it really adds a lot to a reading. Why? Because here, for example, the community of Psyche was told that if they don't sacrifice their most beautiful, innocent damsel, then they will be devoured by a monstrous dragon. That's what they were told. So, genuinely believing that they're doing something for the greater good of the village, they put Psyche on a cliff, tied her up, that was in the Two of Cups, and sacrificed her for that said monstrous dragon. But it was so wrong, because it was a lie intended to have them put Psyche in a place where Cupid, later on in the story, is able to take her from there. So while they think that the monster dragon came and took Psyche away, and then, oh, they're saved, that dragon was actually Cupid in disguise taking her to his palace. She was sacrificed in the name of the greater good. That was evil of them. Evil. Watch my 13th element episode on evil, please. No one think of themselves as evil, because you should never judge a person's evil by, their circumstance or what they've gone through or what made them do that, or their intent was good, to save the greater good, to save the village, right? But they sacrificed their innocent villager to what they thought was a monster in the name of nothing, in the name of a lie, because they let fear overrun them. But the person that was pure and kept to their sincerity, that was sacrificed, ended up being in a palace, getting into a palace, okay? So justice was served. And I don't remember what happened to that village in the story. I think something bad. I think they were punished for it or something, for doing something so corrupt in the name of so-called good. But the point is, to recognize evil, you gotta look at the action, not at the words, not at the intent. The road to hell is paved in good intentions. Okay, how come we can quote it all the time but ignore it all the time? F, intent. You have to investigate like crazy right now, everything, because everyone wants to be the righteous. This is the modern day culture. We used to be about power. It used to be about everyone wanting to be powerful, so everyone signaled power because power was holy and was revered and was considered virtuous, being powerful. These days, what's considered virtuous is being good. Being good. So everybody signals virtue, signals goodness. Whether it's actually good or not, no one cares. No one actually investigates. There is no investigative journalism today. There's just propaganda. And there's just drama. And divide and conquer. And clickbait captions that once I click the video based on the caption, and the person there is nothing what the caption claimed them to be. Not in a bad way. Could be the other way around. Could be that the caption says that they're but then you actually listen to them and they're like, oh, they never claimed that, or they don't actually say that. So much deceit in the name of goodness. So some of you, I'm sorry, are going to make a long story short. I'm trying to prove a point. Some of you are going to find that out, that you were guided by this falsity and you've built something based on that. Now, good news is I see you course correcting now. I don't have the Tower. I don't see Five of Pentacles. There's not major loss here. There's an opportunity to learn and to expand. It's like you're caught in the perfect timing before you take it to a level where you are harming. And maybe some of you already have. These are general readings. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? I don't know. Because you know, the Three of Pentacles has been established, and that's a lot of establishment. It's something being very, very strong and real. And if it's based on falsity, then that's disappointing. But love and truth of the heart and of empathy is prevailing here in this reading. It's coming through strongly and saying the mindset needs to come from there. The mindset needs to come from the heart set. 40,000 brain cells in the heart. The heart is a mind in it and of itself. And here's the irony. Scientists are constantly denying the heart and being like, oh, we have to be only logical and only objective and emotionless. But that's in contradiction to actual science. Think of quantum physics, for example. It's proven that the heart's frequency, how you feel more so than how you think, how you feel when you go next to a water source or water glass, a glass of water, for example, completely transforms the water molecules. One state of heart will make the molecules look like this, and a different person will come in with a different state of heart and the molecules will look like that. I don't know. Sorry for the funny example. But being heart-based is actually more scientific than being mind-based. And that's the corruption of our system right now. We are not seeing the truth while talking about the truth. Science deniers deflect to others who are scientists, in essence, what science is truly about, and deflect on them that they're science deniers. So I'm giving a lot of collective examples just to help you point out your personal situation, okay? You are really learning a lot in the next month, like a lot, and it's going to be mind-swirling. And the advice is to ground yourself, to listen, and to build the next step slowly but surely based on your newfound findings, okay? You can take one pentacle from this Three of Pentacles that was established. The because not everything is wrong and not everything is right? Everything is somewhere in the middle. So take an aspect that is true and is legitimate and is accurate and strip off the bullshit, the propaganda around it, right? And build something new. Okay. Let's do some runes. Sorry, let me get my runes. Oh, actually, you know, I'm going to use the citrine runes that I have right here. I haven't used them in a while. So, runes for Libra for October. For this extra content bonus. Runes for Libra. Oh, wow. Okay, it's hard to see them because they're a little bit, the ink is a little bit weighed out because I have had them for years. So we have here Raido in the upright. We have Turisas in the upright. I know it's hard to see, but I just recognize it because I know them. And Perdro in the upright. So some of you are actually physically traveling. We have Raido and Six of Swords and Two of Wands. Some of you are going somewhere for the sake of establishing an unknown, for rooting down something that you need to truly understand. You're like, I need to understand this. I need to understand this. I need to know what this is. I need to learn more. I need to discover the secrets. And with Torisas here, you're very adamant about it. You have a very strong indignation of you want to know the truth and you want to know the reality and you want to make sure that you're fighting for what you want to fight for, what you need to fight for. You want to do the investigation. You want to know the information. You want to learn. You want to get the communications that show you what it is that actually needs to be done. You want to make sure that your actions that you take are the right ones. So I see you taking that journey in order to learn and to discover. Sorry. Some of you are going to have a surprise victory of some sort. You're going to overcome something that you weren't sure you'll be able to overcome. It will be with a surprising help. Someone will help you somehow in a way that you didn't expect. Will offer their support or assistance. Someone might, tell you something that will unveil whatever it is that you didn't know about, that you need to know. Right? Will open the Pandora box for you. Will give you the key for you to be able to do that. Interesting month, guys. Okay, I know this was long, but you got your birthday bonus. Normally I just do the general reading, and then this part you're going to get on Patreon. Okay. Libra, happy birthday. Thank you for being here. I will see you very, very soon. Wherever.